Hi, everyone, and welcome to 3 Tips for Meditating. Tonight, we're going to talk about meditation, different ways to help you be more successful at meditating, and answer any and all questions you have. We're going to wait another minute just to see if anyone else logs in. If you're out there, give me a shout. Let me know where you're from. Let us know that you're joining us. As we go through, if you have any questions, please post them. If you're watching the replay, I'd love to know you were out there. Definitely let me know where you're from. You can tag me in the comments with any questions you might have. And we're going to talk all about meditation tonight. So when it comes to meditating is a great way to go through and learn how to calm your mind, work on your response to stress. It's got many amazing benefits, and all from if you just meditate from anywhere from 2 minutes a day to even 10 minutes a day. One of the biggest things about meditation, it is really great for helping to focus your attention. For those of us that multitask all day, meditation will actually help you to become better at keeping that attention and not losing your way. You become easier to deal with distractions. It helps you with your response to stress. And even the techniques with meditating can be used throughout your daily life. So first, the biggest tip I'd like to talk about for meditation is being comfortable. Now, if you've downloaded my 6 Steps to Less Anxiety guide in 6 days, one of the steps is meditation. And in it, we talk about how to sit. Now, again, being comfortable, it's all about you. So one of the biggest things I mentioned, I know I said sitting cross-legged. For some people, that's uncomfortable. I know for me, I can't do that for long periods of time, and that's okay. So if you're ready to start meditating, again, being comfortable is my first big tip. So whether you sit cross-legged, you may want to sit on your knees. You can sit on your heels. You can sit with your legs extended out in front of you. Maybe you want to sit in a chair. The only thing I shy away from is doing it laying down, because the more comfortable you get, you may doze off. But definitely sitting comfortably is huge. Hey, Sabrina, welcome aboard. Hey, Angela. So we're talking about meditation tonight. For those of you out there, give me a shout. Let me know where you're from. If you have any questions as we go, definitely let me know. So again, that first tip is just being comfortable. It's sitting in a way that feels good for you. You want to get rid of any distractions, maybe tell your loved ones you need some time by yourself. And again, you can sit cross-legged on your knees, legs extended out in front of you. Whatever is good for you. Comfort is the number one focus when it comes to meditating. Because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to be able to work on your meditation skills. My second big tip for meditating is your breath work. The biggest thing I can tell you is to focus on that breath. And the easiest way to do that, similar to being comfortable, is to just breathe as you normally would. The biggest thing is you want to work on inhaling and exhaling through your nose. But again, just breathe at a normal rate. When you start trying to count or do a certain rhythm, that can get distracting and difficult in itself. And it makes it harder to focus in on your breath and be able to meditate effectively. There are many different breathing techniques, but for right now, I'd say just starting out, my biggest tip is to breathe as naturally as you can. And just focus on that breath. So focusing on that inhale and focusing on that exhale. And if you can just continue to focus on that, that is amazing. Now, everybody's mind wanders, and it will happen. It still happens to me. You might be thinking about dinner, the itch on your nose, kids running around the living room. It does happen, and that's okay, because that is what your breath is for. You want to focus on that breath, and anytime your mind wanders, just label that thought as thinking and then come back to your breath. And that's okay. And the more you do it, the easier that will become. So again, tip number 1 was being comfortable. Tip number 2 is your breathing. And tip number 3 that I have for you is to be able to focus on those thoughts that come up. What happens is you meditate a lot of time, all kinds of thoughts bubble to the surface, and sometimes they're not so good. It's that ability to just be present and to sit with those thoughts is huge. Don't worry about trying to suppress them or run away from them or focus on them. Just kind of let them be. One of my first meditation teachers explained to me to think of it like a dinner party. So when those thoughts come in, you kind of just play hostess or host. You're going to say hello to them, treat them like your guest, and then show them the way to, maybe the dessert table, maybe the bar. Just let them go and move on to the next one. Don't worry so much about having to focus on that thought and try and interpret it. Just let it be. I think that is huge. Because when you focus too much, then you lose your breath. You might get uncomfortable. You might feel your body change. You just want to be able to just be. And I know that's hard sometimes, especially some of these thoughts may come up and bring back old memories that aren't so good. Some of those dramas you thought you left behind. You just want to just be. See what they are, because they're coming back for a reason. So again, we're talking about meditation tonight. So if you're out there, let me know where you're from. Let me know you've joined. I know a couple of you were out there with me. And again, when it comes to meditation, if you can just meditate 10 minutes a day, and I know that may seem like a lot, but when you break down your week, you go from, you realize you work 40 hours a week, you need 56 hours to sleep, you need a certain amount of time for everything. You actually have 37 hours in your week to use at your will. So whether it's going to dinner with friends, whether it's going to the movies, or maybe it's taking that 10 minutes a day to meditate, you do have the time. Again, you want to find a comfortable place you can sit, and try and keep it in the same place every day. And see if you can keep yourself in the same routine. So maybe meditating in the morning is better for you. Maybe meditating before bed is better for you. It works differently for everyone. I use it in my morning routine to set me up for a positive day. And again, just start small. So if you can sit in that cross-legged position for 2 minutes and just breathe for 2 minutes, that's awesome. That's meditation. That's the start of the process. And then maybe work your way up. I would say no more than 10 to 12 minutes. You don't have to go more than that a day. There are certain meditations for different maybe dramas you're going through or health issues you're going through, different things you can work on. And that's something, if you'd like a personalized meditation, definitely reach out to me. We can set up a call and we can talk a little bit more about how to get into that program with myself. I'd be happy to help you with that. I'll leave the link here in the comments as well. So again, 3 tips for meditating. My first one, again, is just being comfortable. So again, sitting where you can be comfortable, sitting in a way you can be comfortable, whatever that comfortable seated position is for you. My second tip was your breathing. Just breathe like normal. Close your eyes, inhale and exhale through your nose, and just go at a normal rhythm. Something that you can keep and follow without having to worry about counting or phrasing or doing anything that would distract you from focusing on that breath. And there are many breathing techniques. Again, if that's something you'd like to work on, we can definitely do that. My suggestion for that would be, again, you can book that 30-minute vibrancy call with me, and we can set you up to be able to do that. And I'm going to leave that link in here for you. Does anybody have any questions so far? Anything about meditating? Anything else maybe that's come up? Anything else going on? No, not yet. Okay, I'm going to leave you a link in the comments here where you can read my story, learn a little bit more about me. And then again, if you want to book that clarity call, by all means, set that up with me. We can give you a personalized meditation and we can talk about the program. I just dropped that in the comments below. So again, if you're hanging out with me, just let me know you're here. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Again, the 3 big tips: being comfortable, breathing, and just be present. Don't worry about what your thoughts are saying, where your mind is wandering. Just be here, and that's great. Okay, I'm looking. I don't see any questions at the moment. I just want to double check the group. I don't believe anybody left any there. Just want to double check that. Okay. No, it looks like my tips may have covered the one question we had. Okay. So if nobody has any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight with you guys. If anything comes up, if you're watching the replay, tag me in it. You can ask me anything you'd like about meditation. I'd be happy to help you with that. And we can set up time to talk about a personalized routine. Again, I left that link down in the comments. You can learn a little bit more about me and set up that call. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Then good night, everyone, and I will talk to you soon.